Hey, hey, hey.
Yay.
What's
Hey.
good?
Is that what we're doing? We're here.
Yeah, what's good, bro? How y'all doing?
What's good, everybody?
Do you have anybody in here yet in the chat? No. Oh yeah, we got Pinksy in here. Shout out to Pinksy with the subscription. 7 months. Let's go.
You know what I don't
Let's
like about
go.
Restream?
What?
That I don't get to have your chat up. Like Restream knows we're on your stream.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I have a way for me to message the chat? I can see the chat. I just can't type into it.
You can't type into it. Yeah.
Some
I get you,
bullshit.
Sam.
Welcome in, Pinksy.
Welcome in, Bella. Welcome in. Welcome
What
in,
about
everybody.
we
Welcome in.
start the podcast with swearing. My bad, guys. My bad, guys.
I can edit that out. Don't worry. I'm gonna edit it out.
Yo, Tony, welcome in, fam. Welcome in.
Welcome, Tony.
Tony,
You
what's good?
guys
Welcome
here
in. How
to
you
talk
been?
Games?
Oh, Tony's on YouTube, by the way. Welcome in, Tony.
Tony's on YouTube.
Yeah, you don't see the little YouTube
Oh, I
icon?
do see the YouTube icon.
Yeah,
Yo,
we're
what's
on both
good?
platforms. We're on Twitch and on YouTube. So that's what's up. Welcome in, everybody. So let's just get right into the intro, and then we can start, all our pleasantries and whatnot. Again, guys, I don't have this down just yet, so I'm gonna be reading off the notes. So bear with me. You know what I mean? All right. Me. All right, cool. Welcome to Gamer Actual, your weekly deep dive into the biggest news in gaming. We're available on all major podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and you can watch the visual version on YouTube at Gamer Actual. This podcast is also proudly part of the KXI Network. To learn more about the KXI Network and all our offerings, check out the show notes. Now, if you're enjoying the show, be sure to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform of choice. It really helps us out. Now, without further ado, let's get into it, actual gamers. I'm your host, Cash, and today I'm joined with my co-host, Heartless. And again, no Mori tonight, but we got the homie Joti J hanging out with us, bro.
Morgan
Fellas, how y'all
slammed with
doing?
his new job.
Yeah, he is.
And he's a full-time student as well.
Yeah. So welcome in. Jay, how you doing, bro?
I'm
Welcome
doing
back.
good. I low-key kind of interrupted the beginning of your intro.
No, it's fine. It's
But,
fine.
cool.
It's fine. It's
Well, I'm
all
doing
good.
pretty good. Doing pretty good.
But, no, but I still went. I didn't stop. I kept
That
going.
was clean. That was clean.
It-
That was a fire.
And I mean, we're getting better, bro. We're getting better at it. You know? So how we doing? How's your week?
Had a good week. Had the highlight of my week obviously was hanging out with the KXI New York sector.
That was dope.
New
That
York
was dope.
Division. The KXI New York Division.
New York division.
New York
that sounds
division.
a little more official. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that was a dope link up, bro. That was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, every viewers got to see everybody that they don't usually get to see together. So that was pretty fire.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But Heartless, how about you, bro? How was your week?
I've been busy week. The three of us, it seems like we have been putting our minds together and trying to develop the future of what KXI Network is going to be for the rest of all of us. And
Right.
it's been a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
And I didn't get to stream on my personal channel as much as I wanted to, but I think we got a lot done. And I think we're setting the foundation for a bountiful future.
Facts. I really feel the same way though, because I feel like I barely streamed this week. I only streamed like what for Fight Night Friday, and I think one more time prior to that. That was it. To be honest, I can't think of any other nights really.
Same, bro. I think I streamed twice this week. I did get to finish Pinksy's art and made some progress with Bellows. Yeah, but I haven't done much personal streaming. So that means one thing, that KXI is growing. Yeah.
Right. So Bachelor just said happy Sparking Zero's Eve. I didn't know if Sparking Zero drops tomorrow. Oh, I didn't know that. But again, I don't really care.
No, listen, I have to say, no, we have to do this.
What?
I didn't care either. I didn't care for Budokai. I mean, when I was a kid, I cared for Budokai. Tenkaichi.
I love Budokai.
I did. Don't get me wrong. But then I got into these new, not new, but I got into what I call the upper echelon of fighting games, where snobs, the Street Fighter heads of this world. And I was like, yo, I don't know if I could ever go back to an arena fighter. And I was hating on Sparkling Zero. And I'm not going to lie, I was hating. But then I found out they have almost 200 characters.
Yeah, that's insane.
Wow.
That's insane.
The level of creativity, the game if you actually are somebody who's willing to learn multiple characters, which by the way I learned is a valuable thing from Street Fighter 6, that game probably will have endless amounts of joy in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure. I'm sure there. Again, I don't know. I think I've had bad experiences with just arena fighters in general because I feel like they're all like cookie cutter. Like it feels cut and paste. It feels like each one of them is like a reskin of the last game. And who knows? This might be different, but that's just my experience with
Think about it.
games.
We all get Sparking Zero, and our communities have Sparking Zero, and there's 200 characters. That content never running out.
That's true. That's
That
facts,
is
though.
never running out.
That's facts, though. Also, you can actually fuse. You can fuse characters too. So, and I think
characters.
yeah. So I heard when you fuse their characters, they're actually stronger than if you were to like pick the characters from the roster. So if you fuse your characters, they're stronger.
Yeah, that makes me.
You have to charge.
Wonder, yeah, that makes me wonder. Like, how are they gonna balance that?
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be that high of a competitive game. So I don't know if balance is as important as like a Overwatch.
But I think people play these games in tournament though. It is
really?
they do. I think they are.
For me, it's like a sit on the couch and have fun type thing.
Yeah, casual.
Me too.
fighter.
I really do think that. By the way, I didn't realize that that's what happened because I'm on Restream, so I didn't see the raid. But shout out to Espada for the raid. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, raiders. We raid with 4 people, so that's what's up. Welcome in, everybody. My bad. Listen, we're on a different platform, so it doesn't really show. So I have to be looking at my Twitch chat and Restream at the same time because the Restream is mostly for YouTube viewers, so I can see that YouTube viewers are actually hanging out. So shout out again to Tony for pulling up. But yeah, who knows? Maybe I do get it because we have a number of people in the community that likes the game, so we can check it out. So, but yeah, what was I saying again? Back to our main stuff. Like this week, we have a bunch of games that came out this week, guys. And again, we're only going to touch on like 3 of the biggest ones or 3 of the ones that caught our attention. And for the rest of the list, you guys can go check out our Reddit. Oh, go ahead. Sure.
I'll read them off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just read them off, and then we'll look back and see if there's any that we want to talk about.
Okay, cool.
Does that work with you guys?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So the first game we got this week is Block Strategy. Don't know what it is. Came out on the 30th. Next game we got is GWTmori. I think I've heard of this title before. Do you guys have anything to say?
No.
Okay.
None whatsoever.
Rogue Waters is the next one, September 30th. Oh, by the way, these first 4 games, Block Strategy, GWTmori, Rogue Waters, Sunny Legacy Collection, they all came out September 30th, and they're all out on PC. Is it PC only? But all I see is PC. The next one we have is Little Survivors. Comes out October 1st, and that one is also on PC. And then we got multi-platform games coming up. Master Detectives Archives Rain Code Plus. That comes out October 1st. Well, came out October 1st. That's on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. The next game we got, which also comes out on October 1st, came out October 1st, is NBB.exe. That's on PC. Throne and Liberty.
That sounds like an ad.
What's up?
That sounds like malware, bro.
It really does. It really does. Throne and Liberty came out on October 1st as well on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. The next one here that has a note on it came out October 2nd. That's going to be Strongest Tofu.
I already have the video up, and so our producer, Germ, asked us to talk about this game. I don't know why, but there's a trailer for it. Yes, there's a note right next to it. Please talk about this one.
Oh boy.
And so we're seeing this for the first time, the trailer. This trailer is already up. We're going to pull a trailer up real quick. We're going to experience this trailer together. And again, this is not our pick. It's the producer. Blame Jerem. Okay? All right. Let's get into it.
Hilarious.
Let's see what we're looking at. Oh my God, Jerem. What are you doing?
Jerem. What is this, Jerem?
Not the different tofu types.
Bro,
different tofu
he loves
types.
so many kinds of games.
Yo, he has a very interesting taste when it comes to game. What is this, bro?
I don't even like the graphics. I don't even like it.
It looks
Like
like
I'm,
something from back in like
bro, I'm
early
flabbergasted, bro.
2000s. Early 2000s.
Bro, I am lost for words.
Jerome, I don't know what you wanted us to say about this.
What,
look
what,
absolutely
what do you
tofu
want from us?
platformer. It's a,
Right? Like, what is it that you actually want us to say here, Jerem? I really want to know.
Pixie said Jerv is trolling y'all. I would not be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. I
feel
would not be
trolled.
surprised.
I do feel trolled.
No words. None. I still don't have anything to say.
So the next one, I don't know how to pronounce the first word of the next one. Chat, if anybody wants to help me, was it Ichu?
I think it's
Ichu Chibi edition. Yeah.
Ichu Chibi edition, and that came out on the Switch on the 3rd of October, and it didn't come out on anything else. Next one, Kill Knight, came out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, and the PC. Came out on October 3rd. Kill Knight, I have not heard of that one.
It looks like a roguelike. It looks like a roguelike. Meatball type game. Yeah.
I think so. That's the vibe is giving off. If you want to talk about it, we can get back to it. The next one that came out on the 3rd, Cave Arc. Looks like a horror game. Came out on the PC. And then we have Mech Warrior 5 Clans. Came out on the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and the PC. That also dropped on October 3rd. Does not look very interesting to me.
I don't know how big the fan base is for Mech Warrior, but if it's on 5, bro, I'm assuming that it has very supportive fan base. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, the graphics look amazing. I just don't know if it's my kind of. Oh my god, I might be hating. We might have to give that a second look in a little bit. But for now, we'll keep on. Victory Heat Rally dropped on the PC October 3rd. This looks like a kind of like a racing game, a pixelated racing game, kind of like a knockoff of Mario Kart.
Old school Mario Kart. That's just
old school Mario,
yeah. And then the next one we have came out October 4th is Grun. Oh my!
Sound like somebody misspelled gun, but hey.
Just do me a favor. Put the trailer up.
I have no idea. I have no words for this
one. I'll read off the next two. Now, the next two games here were highlighted. I assume they were highlighted by Germ, so maybe he wants us to say something.
No, I highlighted those because those are like more popular games that people may have.
You highlighted the SpongeBob game?
Yeah, because I feel like people.
You're fired. You're fired.
Bro. It's the first time Patrick will be having his own game. Like
the fact that you said that to me.
Come on.
The fact that you said that to me like it was supposed to mean anything.
Chat. Back me up here.
I do want to say though, SpongeBob has a huge fan base.
Dedicated fan base.
Yeah.
This looks like that the Elden Ring game, not Elden Ring.
Bro, yo, wait. Have you played Another Crab's Treasure, Jay?
I have not, but I watched you play it, and
you're missing out. You're missing out, bro. No, it's Elden Ring, but it with a crab
and a Glock, Don't forget the Glock.
Okay.
You can put the game on easy mode, Jay, and what that does is gives you a giant Glock.
It's literally somebody dropped the gun in the water. You pick up the gun,
and you can one shot kill any enemy. That's pretty much what that is. But Another Crab Treasure is an amazing game. It's an amazing game.
If you guys have not caught on yet, this SpongeBob SquarePants game is actually the Patrick Star game, released on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. That dropped 2 days ago on the 4th.
This reminds me of like an old school like PS2 era kind of.
Which game?
The Patrick game.
We'll get into it more in a second potentially, but the last game on the list, maybe also highlighted by Cash, is Until Dawn, which dropped on the PlayStation 5 and the PC on October 4th, 2 days ago. So let's get into these 3 games.
All right, so let's start with the Until Dawn since we're already here. We already spoke about the SpongeBob and Patrick game, so we don't really care about that. But with the Until Dawn, what I found very interesting is it's supposedly a remaster, right? Or it's a remaster. And for me personally, I don't see the difference from the original game. Now, I could be wrong. And you may see, like, if you put them side by side, you probably see some kind of improvement, but I don't think it's that big of an improvement, in my personal opinion.
I'm looking at it side by side right now, and I don't see. I mean, of course, if you're a tech nerd and a graphic nerd,
So
and
this is a comparison trailer. This is the comparison trailer.
yes. If
Mhm.
you're a tech nerd and a PC hobbyist, of course you're gonna be like, yo, the anti-aliasing on this. Da, 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 da. But is
I
this
don't
big
care.
enough of a change?
No, it's
This
like they
reminds me
removed
of
the
our
lighting. All they did was remove the lighting. Let's keep it real.
Cash. This
Huh?
reminds me of our conversation last show
Well,
about like what games deserve to be remastered.
How many
yeah,
years we have to wait
Right.
for a remaster?
exactly.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
this would fall in the category of games I don't think deserve the
Needs
attention.
one right now.
Did we
Yes.
need
Yeah.
this?
Right.
Huh?
And I
Did
also
we need this?
I
No, we don't. We didn't.
I obviously never played the series or the game, so I couldn't tell if this was like a interactive
It is.
story type game or
It is. It is.
okay, got it.
Bro, you can basically kill off most of the main cast at the beginning of the game, because it's like every decision you make determines whether these characters live and die.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So,
is pretty sick.
I do love the idea, and I wanted us to play something like this on stream because there is a whole series of these kind of games. They have the Until Dawn, which I think no, not Sledgehammer. I don't remember who the developer was, but
Cash, our
they
merch
have
store's
other
offline?
games. Huh?
Our merch store's offline.
No, it's not. Why?
But so no, that game looks like I don't know if they needed a remaster. Maybe they could have made a sequel.
Sequel,
And
yeah, but
you
they have
get
a bunch of games. They
yeah,
do have like a lot of these games in the line.
and if you make a sequel that way, you get to give us a new product while also showing off the new graphics you want. I
Right.
don't know. Oh yeah.
I'm trying to remember the developer
Oh,
of this game.
Yo, that
Um,
that merch store is wrong, by the way. You see what's there, right?
Wait, what, in the chat?
Yeah, it says the new merch is here. Check it out at merch.streamelements.com.
Oh yeah, because you want to know why? Because I added the KXI network now as the main channel now. It's no longer my channel. So I think it changed the code.
Yep.
So I have to double check that. Sorry about that, guys.
Got it. All good.
Oh, he said I see the windbreaker. Yeah, this is it. Yo,
That's it.
Spirit, do you like it? I'm not gonna lie, I fucking love this thing. I don't know. You guys have not seen me wearing anything else on stream.
That's facts, though.
That's facts. Like
I'm
literally,
gonna be getting
I have
the
not
same
worn
one.
anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have different colors. There's a blue one too. There's blue. I think there was a red one.
Gray. There's a gray one.
Yeah,
Spirit,
there's a gray
White.
one as well.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting that one.
I'm
I
gonna
appreciate that.
get
I'm
him
glad
the,
you guys
I'm gonna
like
get him
that
the
one.
link, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send the link.
Back to what's it
The
called?
Until Dawn. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I obviously haven't played it, but I guess it reminds me of one interactive story game that I played. Life is
Is The Walking Dead?
Strange.
Oh
Played it.
yeah.
Life is Strange
Yes,
is pretty
yeah.
cool, where your decisions can actually decide whether characters die or not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty good game. I'm not a fan of the genre, but I did enjoy it.
Supermassive. There we go. Supermassive was the developer. They also made a game that recently came out, I want to say last year, Quarry. They made the Quarry last year,
Mhm.
which is also pretty much the same setup. And I think they have other games that they're working on right now. I think the game that came out last week, which is the Legend of what was that game, Heartless, that we were talking about last week? The horror game that is in the Dead by Daylight universe. I can't remember the name right now.
I forgot the name of it.
Something Frank Stone. Something of Frank Stone.
I got you. I'm gonna get you the name of it in 1 second.
Yeah.
You can
It's
have it
there.
in 1 second.
The casting of Frank Stone.
The casting of Frank Stone. I told you I got you guys that in 1 second.
Yeah, so they were also, I think they also developed the casting of Frank Stone. They're a part of the development of that game as well. Let me double check. Yeah, developed by Supermassive Games and published by Behavior Interactive. So yeah, that's the kind of style of gameplay that they've made like popular, and I do love games like that. But I never played them. But I feel like it would be fun to play with like others because you can have like multiplayer experiences with it. Right, where I can make the first decision, and then the other person that you're playing with makes the next decision, and
That's
so on
cool.
and so forth. So that's what I
cool.
like about it. And you can make it even like a stream thing where the stream decides who lives and who dies and shit like that. So I think it's dope. There's Until Dawn TV show slash movie is coming. Really, Tony? That's dope. I
Okay,
think that's the reason why they remade it. Now it
now
makes
that
sense.
makes sense. Yeah, that makes
Now it
sense.
makes sense. Now that totally makes sense. Now I get it.
The marketing move.
Yeah. It's
Similar,
the same thing.
different, but similar to Cyberpunk.
Not
You
only
know,
Cyberpunk did it,
yeah.
The Last of Us recently did that as well.
Mhm.
They did the re-release to coincide with the
I have a
premiere
theory.
of the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that developing games, competitive games, is becoming so expensive that I think a lot of these gaming companies are saying we have to get our brands and our IPs into
Mhm.
other forms of media, movies, TV shows.
Yes, I agree. And I think
Yeah.
the reason why they're doing that is because, again, especially when it comes to video games, right? If you notice, there's been a lot more like video game adaptations, and
Yeah.
that's because the video games is the biggest form of entertainment currently. It's the biggest entertainment medium currently.
It's
So
interactive too.
yeah, so if you can tap into that market, that's what they're doing. They're trying to tap into the gamer
Yeah.
market
And
and
cash
try to cross that over into like film and TV.
right. It does work too. Like with Cyberpunk, that
Hmm.
game had a bad launch, and
Yeah,
when they dropped Edge Runners on Netflix, their
mhm.
sales went crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
It revamped the game.
Exactly.
Your game
It
And
reinvigorated the game.
it was a nice double move for them because it also they also released the DLC around the same
Hmm.
time they dropped Edge Runners,
Phantom
and
Liberty.
the DLC did very well as well.
And
Hmm.
now when we think about Cyberpunk, when we talk about Cyberpunk, we talk about the Cyberpunk universe.
Right, because now
Yes.
there's another TV show in the works, and it's
Yep.
not going to be an Edge Runner like season 2.
Was
It's
it the
something totally
MCU that did
different.
this?
Well, no, I heard different. I heard it
Yeah,
is gonna be an Edge Runners 2 kind of situation. Now I don't know if we're gonna have the same
characters.
character. I don't know because no, not I'm not gonna spoil part one for anybody. But
Hmm.
yeah, something very drastic happened in the end of part one, so I'm
Hmm.
not sure what they're gonna do with the
Sounds
cast.
like someone
Unless
died.
it's like an anthology situation
Maybe, yeah.
where it's like different. You every season you get to see somebody like a different from a different
Part of the
perspective.
universe.
Yeah,
Right.
that would be pretty cool. I think that's cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love that. But yeah, um, Tony says in the chat, can't wait for movies and favorite game to come
Trolling.
forth.
No, can't wait
Listen,
for a
I'm not
movie
even.
Trolling.
on my
Listen,
favorite
listen,
game.
Tony. Listen,
Trolling.
Tony. Listen, Tony. We're moving on.
I wonder what you know what I'm gonna just keep it to myself.
I'm not gonna say anything.
This is totally random, but Tony T, the name, reminds me of
Ooh.
Tony's Tacos, the restaurant.
Oh,
I was
really?
thinking
Oh,
Tony the
wow.
Tiger.
Tony's Tacos.
Oh,
Guys.
Tony the Tiger too. That's funny.
Oh, okay, got it.
Hmm. But yeah, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much the games that got released this week. But yeah, going back to our previous conversation, like I don't think Until Dawn warrants a sequel. It shouldn't have a sequel. It shouldn't have a re-release this soon or a remaster. Even though I think this was PlayStation 3, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But I think the first Until Dawn was PlayStation 3, right? Until Dawn release date. I want to double check that. I just want to make sure.
While you're doing that, Cash, I am gonna say though, now that we understand that there's gonna be a
2015, PlayStation 4.
yeah. Now that
Yeah,
we
so it's not
understand,
necessary.
I was gonna say, Cash. Now that we understand that there's a TV element coming to it, not it makes sense now, right? As just a marketing move.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
bring that in front of like new eyeballs, I guess. And I think it recently got released for PC as well. I think that's the thing. It wasn't on PC prior. It was only
Mhm.
PlayStation.
Gotcha.
So now this release is also signifying that it's coming to Steam as well. So I think that's also why they did the re-release.
Hmm.
So I I'm halfway into this whole equation. I think it's not necessary, but I get why they did it.
Got it.
because it's a new audience. It's Steam. It's a Steam audience. So, you know what I mean? Well, yeah, guys. This week we had a bunch of like gaming news, and let's get into the meat and potatoes of this podcast, right? So, number one, it says Metal Gear Snake Eater will be will the difficulty will be determined based on the camera, whatever camera choice you choose. So, apparently, there is a modern camera, which is the newer style of camera,
Is it over the
and
shoulder?
yeah, so it's more over the shoulder. It would, I think, pretty similar to like the Resident Evil games, the new Resident Evil games, the remake rather. And then there's gonna be the classic view, which is what Metal Gear fans are already accustomed to. And I think the classic view will be the original. Like the difficulty is gonna be very similar to what people already expect from Metal Gear. And I think the modern view will be the more. I think they're trying to tweak the modern as they go along because it's such a new format. They're trying to figure out what's the best level of difficulty for that view, which I don't necessarily see as a really big issue, but I wanted to know what you guys think.
Jay, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. That's fresh. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that idea is fresh. I'm pretty sure that hasn't been done by any game before, where the difficulty is determined by the camera settings. So I'm excited to see what that looks like and how difficult it actually is to play
Right.
legacy cam versus modern cam. Yeah, I think that that offers some new opportunities for replay as well. So yeah.
I actually have that in my notes. I was going to ask that
Oh,
question. Do
there
you
we
think
go.
that would bring? Do you think it would bring replayability to the game? I actually do have
Yeah,
that in the
I think
notes.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can play from different camera angles. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Hardest,
don't know
what
if
about
that'll
you?
do it for me. I don't know if that would do
Yeah.
it for me. And I'm curious to see what is it about the camera angle that makes it more difficult. I'm assuming it's information, right?
Mhm.
So with the over the shoulder. Remember, everything is more like zoomed in. So I
Yeah.
think you won't be able to see your environment on the scale of how you would for the classic view. Because Metal Gear with the classic view is kind of it's a
Top,
little zoomed out. Yeah,
top down
almost top
almost.
down,
Yeah.
almost. So
Hmm.
you get to see your environment a lot more, right? So you can see like ahead.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they have to figure out how they're gonna rework the camera in terms of like the modern view. I think it's
Hmm.
pretty cool. But I think also is other games in the past, you were able to do that on the fly. You could switch your camera view on the fly. So this is very different in that regard.
I do think they might tie in some additional mechanic or system into it though, because as much as you get more information with a top down view, like how
Mhm.
much more difficult can the game really be, by changing the camera?
True.
Well, if the game is about hiding,
Yeah.
then you know what to hide from.
Yeah, I can see that.
Fair point.
I could definitely see that.
Hmm.
Definitely interesting though.
Yeah. Also, there's no official release date for the game just yet. So again, I think the game is still in like development. Well, let's look at the notes, and I'm reading off Push Square, the website Push Square, and this article is written by Stephen Talby. All right, and it says Konami is currently developing Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, a remake of the beloved PS2 stealth action title. Now, this game warrants a remake because it's a PS2 game. While many aspects are true to the original, players can opt for a modern, over-the-shoulder camera, but doing so will affect the level of challenge. Speaking to Famitsu, Yoji Korokado, I hope I'm saying that correctly. My apologies if I'm butchering it, explains that the remake has two options of camera perspectives. New style puts the game in the modern third person view we're all accustomed to, while the legacy style retains the original game's more zoomed out approach. Depending on which of these choose, depending on which of these you choose, the difficulty level will be affected. We had originally planned to make it possible to switch between the two viewpoints at any time during the gameplay, like I said before, but we decided against it. Kurikudo says explaining that the difficulty level changes drastically depending on the viewpoint. Turquito continues, the new style has a wider linear field of view, and you can shoot your gun while moving snake. Oh, so you couldn't do that in the original game?
Mm.
Now, I've never played the original Metal Gear
They
Solid.
bored me.
You know, take my gamer card. I'm sorry. I just never played
I
it.
tried, bro. I tried. I had a friend who was obsessed with those games.
I have, bro. Most of my friends were obsessed with Metal Gear Solid, bro. Even my brother was, but I just never. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't. And they used to always talk about how great the game was and the mechanics and all that stuff. And I'm like, bro, I tried. I gave it the old college try. I promise you, I. So the difficulty level was lower than we had expected. However, if we adjusted it to match the new style and the legacy style would become too difficult. Oh, so they're saying if they switch the if they only adjusted for the new style, then the legacy style is way more difficult than expected. So they're trying to find a way to fine tune it where, depending on what you choose, it's not like too
Game
difficult.
breaking. Okay.
Exactly. Game breaking is the better term, right? Sir, I totally definitely use it only for cinematic shots.
He was talking about the mechanic
What's that?
where you can switch camera angles, which when you said multiple games have done this before.
Yeah,
But
Okay.
yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
So
But-
it's not as fresh as I thought it
Well,
was.
yeah,
The idea that your level
no.
of gameplay changes, that's fresh.
that
But,
is
like,
fresh.
I mean, like, wasn't Grand Theft Auto like this as well?
Yeah, they had a first person mode.
Yeah. So it's like there is games that have done stuff like this before, but obviously Metal Gear is being developed with the intentionality of having the angle affect your difficulty, and I assume it's all about information. It's really all
Right.
about information.
Mhm.
All right, so switching up topics real quick. So Microsoft is seeking feedback from studios which aren't on Xbox. So basically, they're trying to get feedback from companies that are either on rival platforms or just not working on Xbox totally. So my question to you guys is: do you think that that's a step in the right direction? Because if you think about games like Wukong, right? Wukong is not on Xbox, and I think it's because the biggest topic of conversation surrounding Xbox is the fact that a lot of developers hate the Series S because they have to optimize their games. Whatever games they're developing, they have to optimize those games for the Series S, and it's like a couple deal. Like when you put games on the platform, you have to make it for both Series S and Xbox, and a lot of developers don't like that. That major topic came around during the times of like Arkham Knights. I don't know if you guys remember Arkham Knight. No, Gotham Knights. Sorry, that happened. That conversation really started around Gotham Knights, and that's one of the reasons why they said the game was so like buggy because it wasn't fully optimized for the Series S. I want your take on this, guys. What do you think about Jay? Let's start with you.
I want to agree. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to put in double time to make my game work for the same platform, but
Mhm.
different, I guess, versions of the same platform. That
Yeah,
seems
it's almost like a bundled kind of situation that they had to.
right. That seems like a lot of extra work.
They get
for-
held
Mhm.
back as well, no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
because Wukong is still not on Xbox, and I think
because
it's going
and
to
if
go.
Wukong were to be on Xbox, it
Mhm.
wouldn't be as intensive, right?
Mhm. In terms of what?
In terms of power, right? Because they would
Mhm.
have to have the game be able to run
On both.
on
Mhm.
both, and
No,
then
not only that.
be limited by the hardware of what the Series S, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Not necessarily limited. What they would do is basically make a dumbed down version of the same game for the Series S, and then make a higher
it's a double
quality
the work then.
version. So it's double the work. So I
Yeah,
think that's one of the
just
biggest
what I was
issues people
saying.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think it makes sense. But let's read this article from Heartless. Go ahead before we get into the article.
Okay, I have a theory.
Hmm.
Xbox wants feedback from companies and developers who are not on Xbox.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, we keep talking about Xbox futurizing themselves.
Hmm.
They are long-term thinkers. They always have been. We cannot deny this about Xbox. They are long-term thinkers. when we're questioning whether or not Xbox is still in the console war, this and that, Xbox has already left the console. I think deep down their focus is on 15 years from now. I keep saying this. Xbox is going to be like Sega. They're going to be a publishing company, a streaming service. Their software, you're going to be able to access all the games. I think Xbox wants to understand why devs are not working with them, because they want to get as many devs in the Xbox ecosystem as possible. So when it comes time for their streaming service, which you already have, is like Xbox Live, but when it comes time to futurizing the way we handle video games, they're not in a situation where they say, hey guys, you don't need to buy a console, just get Xbox Live, but we don't have all the games. They want to have all the games, obviously. Yeah, so they need to start developing better relationships with devs, especially devs who are not already on their side.
Heartless, are you saying inadvertently that Xbox will no longer be a thing as a device?
Console.
Okay.
I think in 15 years, most consoles won't exist, but Xbox will be the leader, in which they'll already be gone. All you have to do is sign up for Xbox Game Pass. Now think about the TVs and the monitors that we're going to have in 15 years. They're going to be powerful enough where they can put 3D rendering graphics cards in them, and you're going to be able to run your games off of an Xbox Live account straight up from your TV or your monitor.
You can do that right now.
Yeah, you can. But can I throw a bone in there?
Throw it in there.
So streaming games is definitely not the same as your device managing a game, right? And so I just don't see a future where that is viable, because when you pay for a streaming service, your device is not running that game. That game is being run from a server somewhere.
That's not what I mean. I'm sorry. I messed up. I said streaming, but what I really meant is it's being handled all from your screen or your monitor.
Gotcha.
It's like, bro, we used to have calculators, and then we were like, yo, we can put the calculator in the phone. Why do we need to have a calculator and the phone? We used to have, I mean, we still do have cameras, but we're at a point where our cameras are so powerful on our phones. It's like,
people make movies on their phones nowadays.
People are making full movies on their
phone.
And
I mean, Oscar-nominated movies were made on a phone. I can't remember the movie that was made. I was nominated for an Oscar from someone's phone.
Yes. These things are getting like I said. That's why I said earlier about they're gonna have 3D rendering graphics cards in them, because
that makes more sense now. Yeah.
You don't want to stream the game. You want to be managing the game, like you said.
Right. Got it.
Tony said in the corner.
We're not there yet, and I'm not saying we are there yet. But if you don't think that's the future, I think you're bugging.
Okay, no, you clarified because I wasn't sure if that's
no.
Yeah.
So I think this is about building that relationship between developers, because if that's the goal you're trying to have, then you do ultimately need to have all of the developers or most of them under the Xbox umbrella.
Yeah. Here's the thing: I'm going to touch on something that Tony said, because this thought actually came up earlier when I was reading this article. He said Sony's sitting in the corner making bank, doing nothing. And here's the thing: with Xbox, like, I think it's safe to say that Xbox already lost this console war again. If you're into the whole console war situation, I think you could say Xbox lost the console war, right?
Yeah.
But when I think it emboldened Sony to take more risks this generation, hear me out. They now try to get into the multiplayer space and the live service space. Had they had a stronger competition in regards to Xbox, I don't think they would try to commission 12 live service games this generation, bro.
The way he says it. 12 lives. I love it.
Right? No, but think about it. They had 12 live service games in development, and now they had to cut back. Now it's back down to 6.
Ooh.
It's no longer 12. It's now 6 because Concord failed. What other game that? So it's speculating that Marathon also might fail. I don't think they're like fully confident in Marathon just yet, right? Because they're already considering giving it a $40 price tag.
Right.
And we know what that means in today's like gaming landscape.
You guys said a few weeks ago it means no confidence.
Yes, it sends a message to viewers like, yo, why not give it that AAA stamp?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it comes off as. Like, if we get a game that is like Helldiver, only one W Helldivers. Yes, Helldivers. Helldivers is the only one that came out at a $40 price tag and was successful. And I really think that they didn't expect that. That was
Right.
just, it was just, what's the, it's serendipitous. It was is the term. They
Was
didn't plan
Helldivers
on Helldivers
carried
being
by
successful.
memes?
Huh?
Was Helldivers
I
carried
think
by
so.
memes?
I think it was also partially carried by memes. I
It was like
really
a
feel
pop
like,
culture thing for a minute.
yes, a lot of people played into the meme of Helldivers.
Gotcha.
Which is
They
very
did
smart of
no
them
one
in their
at the,
branding.
yes, and it was very. Then there was like this backstory of everything that people. It's not really baked into the game per se. It was just on the internet, like people were speculating, and then the devs started to talk about Joel, who's like the game master, and this is just like some intricate game that somebody's playing, and all that stuff is just like it played into the whole meme aspect of the game as well. That so
Gotcha.
it got people way more excited to play the game. I mean, I still can't play it. It's been 6 months. I'm just saying, my Helldivers just doesn't boot up anymore. I decided to just, I got an update. I got a patch one day, and was like, yeah, I'm not gonna play anymore.
That's crazy.
That's it. Like, it keeps crashing every time I boot it up. But that's
Do we know?
that's
Do we have
neither
a
here nor
concurrent player
there.
count? I'm gonna look that up for us right now.
Yeah, please check. Yes, but yeah, I don't know if what other wins has Sony have this
Oh
year
my
so far.
god!
How much?
That's a 24-hour peak is 46,000 players. That's
That's still a lot. Then.
Going
That's still a
strong.
lot.
Yeah,
It's still going strong.
That's good.
Now, people, the funny thing is, I've seen reports of Helldivers falling off. Like, if you want to call that falling off, then, bro, by all
And did
means,
lose 90% of his player base.
that and lose 90% of his player base. Fortnite is only at 30,000, so Helldivers is seeing more play than thing.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah.
And again, Fortnite is one of the most played games currently. So Helldivers is doing pretty good, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's why Sony felt that like comfortable taking those major risks this time around, because they were like, yo, listen, we already got single player games in our bag. Let's try to go outward. Let's try to branch out and see what else we can capture. You know what I mean? I'm laughing at the tab, Jay.
Inside
Well,
jokes. Yeah.
But yeah, bro. Yeah, I really feel like this is so you think that this is a step in the right direction, guys, right?
For Microsoft,
Yeah.
I mean, they bought Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
What direction do you guys think they're going in?
Listen, I think I'm indifferent. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
conditional because they are gonna rely on competitors to help them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be up to the willingness of their competitors to decide. Do we want our rivals to,
Right.
get one step ahead of us? Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know how many more studios they can buy up without them being
Becoming a
considered a monopoly.
Right.
And getting in trouble with the SEC.
Yeah. So we don't know. We don't know, bro. But I want to see what Xbox comes up with. I really do.
Sure.
Like, I'm an
Not a
Xbox fan. I'm
Sure.
a gaming fan in general, and I think it doesn't bode well for the industry if there's only one platform on top. It does not.
I can see it right now. Microsoft TV.
Man said Microsoft TV.
I can see right now.
Xbox TV make more sense because I think they're trying to convert Xbox into entertainment in general as opposed to gaming. I think Xbox is just their entertainment branch. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Music, movies, gaming will be under the Xbox.
Xbox, yeah. I can see it, bro.
Microsoft is just everything else.
You can buy a 27-inch TV, 35-inch TV, 42-inch TV, any size you want. Should be go crazy.
So Tony says in the chat, I don't think it matters in the end for Sony. They're gonna make heaps next year with GTA 6 exclusive. I don't think it's gonna be an exclusive, but is GTA gonna be exclusive? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Definitely gonna be on PC.
It's not gonna be on PC yet. It's not gonna be.
They always eventually come to
Yeah,
PC.
so
All
it's
the
gonna be
GTA
like the
games.
following year or so, but the
Yeah.
GTA never drops the same year
No.
on
Are we
console
making a
as
gang
it
in
does
GTA?
PC. Oh hell yeah!
Okay,
What are
just
you
making
talking
sure.
about?
Making sure.
I already wanted to make a
Just
gang
making
right now in GTA 5, but GTA 6 is right there. Why would I hop into
I
GTA 5
prefer
right
the
now?
term organization.
I
Timed exclusive, yeah, timed exclusive. Yeah, it's gonna
I
be a timed
prefer the
exclusive.
term "Yo Bumble Club."
This mother.
Oh boy.
Nah, we're not calling it that.
No.
It could still be called the KXI Network.
It is a
Sounds-
network of
It
criminals.
sounds like some kind of mob shit.
It really does.
Can I say that on the show? I don't know. Hopefully I can.
Let's not
I'm
get banned, guys.
sorry to any authorities, but we're talking about video games here, guys. Come on.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Right? All right, going back to the main topics again, we're gonna switch up. Last week, this should have been in the discussion last week, but there's been two main things when it comes to Ubisoft, right? One was the fact that I heard this week. I don't know if anybody read the notes, but Tencent is considering acquiring Ubisoft because Ubisoft is not doing all that well, and their stock fell by how much? I want to say. Let me double check. Their stock plummeted this week
Is
after
this
they
graph? Is
decided.
this graph an
They lost
actual
50%
representation?
of its value.
Yeah, it plummeted after they decided to push um Assassin's Creed the next year.
Mm.
So Ubisoft
Um,
stock plummeted.
Cash, can I make a comment or there's
Oh yeah,
more?
for sure. Do you
There's
think?
more.
While I look.
I might be out of the loop, but isn't Tencent a porting company? They usually make mobile games and
Tencent has their hands on a lot of games over here. I'm gonna tell you that right.
Got it.
I think Tencent has shares in Activision. Please, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they do. Let me double check that. Like all the game.
Tencent is a Chinese multinational technology conglomerate and a holding
Epic Games. I'm pretty sure they have
headquartered in
Epic X.
Shenzhen.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of the highest grossing multimedia companies in the world.
Right.
Nice. Well, I didn't know that, but I do know that they're responsible for most of the mobile versions of bigger titles like Call of Duty Mobile, and a couple others.
PUBG is one of them.
PUBG Mobile. Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all see what Antu is saying? He's dead right. They already own 9.3% of Ubisoft.
So if they decide to, that means I wonder if it's when they're trying to get majority shares in Ubisoft now, or they're trying to buy the company outright.
No, well,
I think it's more. Go ahead.
I think they see value in the company and they see that they can get their hands on more ownership at a lower price.
At a lower price because of what's happening.
They're already 9% deep in the company. They believe in the company, right?
Right.
So to them, they're like, yo, y'all flopped the Star Wars thing. You guys are flopping this Assassin's Creed thing. It's gonna affect your stock price. We can get more.
Right. I just see them turning all of Ubisoft's main titles into mobile versions.
I mean, they already have a mobile version of Assassin's Creed, and Tencent is in charge of that.
Jade, right?
Jade, yeah.
Creed Jade, yep.
Call of Duty is another one.
Yeah, I have
it's crazy.
Yeah, I have a certain feeling about mobile games. I'm not a huge fan.
You ever played mobile Fortnite?
I did a little bit. Sure, a little bit. I did play Call of Duty Mobile for a while though. That game was fun, but it's only when I'm traveling.
I remember one time at the pizza shop, I was with Tinky, and we had orders coming in, but I was just about to win iPad Fortnite. It was like me and two other people. So I'm like, yo, Tinky, you gotta get this phone. You gotta get this phone. I'm out here trying to win. I ended up winning, but nah, that shit was trash.
Did you know the Switch version of Fortnite is the mobile version?
Is it really?
The Switch version of Fortnite?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I
wouldn't be surprised.
Let me fact check myself.
All right, so look at all the games that are published on the Tencent, right? Metal Slug Awakening, Street Fighter Duel, Chess Rush, Samurai Spirits, Hatsune Miku, Ring of Elysium, The King of Fighters, Destiny, holy shit, PUBG, Arena Valor, Contra Returns, PUBG Battleground, Dengeki Bunko or Bunko, Honor of Kings. There's a shit ton of games over here, guys. I'm
They're
gonna be
everywhere.
real. They have their hands in a lot. League of Legends.
Oh, I was wrong. Okay. It's
Crossfire.
yeah.
Honor of Kings. I didn't even know they owned League of Legends.
Yeah,
You heard about
Tetsun's
the
big.
one-leg Tory-Gate toy drama about Assassin's Creed? No, I have not. That probably went under our radar this week. N2 says the company founding family entered into a partnership agreement with Tencent, which acquired 49.9% stake in Guillemot Brothers, in addition to the direct stake in Ubisoft. Holy crap!
That 49.9 is very intentional.
Yes, because they don't want to have majority stake.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to have majority stake.
No. Or the company selling to them doesn't want to give up their majority.
Yeah,
stake. Yeah.
majority stake. Yep, there you go. But yeah, bro, let's go back to the Assassin's Creed Shadows pushback real quick. And this is coming from Rock Paper Shotgun. This article is being written by Edwin Evans Thurwell. I hope I'm saying that correctly, Edwin. If not, please don't sue. My apologies. The Assassin's Creed faithfully have waited 1,000 years for a sequel set in the feudal Japan, birthplace of ninjas and samurais. Woe until ye dreamers of Ubisoft's take on Tenchu, for you must carry that candle for a little longer. Assassin's Creed Shadows has been delayed till the next year. It was due to launch on the 12th of November 2024. Now it will be released on 14th of February 2025. The news comes in the shape of an update from Ubisoft Target for the financial year of 2024 to 2025, primarily in response to the softer than expected launch of Star Wars Outlaws. And I did say, I don't know if I said this last week on the show or I said it off stream, but I did say that was a response to Star Wars Outlaws because they can't afford to have another dud this year. They really can't. And also, I don't think the game is fully done. In my heart of hearts, I feel like Assassin's Creed is not fully done and ready for that release date. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But yeah, going back. According to Uncle Ubi, Assassin's Creed Shadows is featured complete, but needs more time in the oven to avoid a similar dismal showing. So you see, I didn't even continue reading that part, and he just answered my question.
Right.
He just basically proved what I just said. While the game is feature complete, the learning for the Star Wars Outlaw release led us to provide additional time to further polish the title. The statement reads, "This will enable the biggest entry in the franchise to fully deliver on its ambitions, notably by fulfilling the promise of our dual protagonist adventure with Nawe and Yasuke. With Nawe and Yasuke bringing two very different gameplay styles, which I actually do like the idea of having two different gameplay styles in the whole game. I think Nawe is more of the traditional stealth of Assassin's Creed, and Yasuke is more like an action heavy. Yeah, he's a brute.
Yeah.
So it's a more action heavy like gameplay. So I that's what I got very excited about, and I also like the idea of Yasuke kind of being like a fish out of water in the Assassins in Japan, right? So you will be playing an outsider essentially, trying to adapt to his new environment. So that's something I loved about the game, the whole aspect of the game. Now, I don't really care about how people feel about him being a protagonist in the game, but I do think that this is a nice approach. I like the approach.
I have to say though,
yeah, go ahead.
It's crazy how people were like, "Yo, who the fuck is this Yasuke guy?" Oh, I'm sorry for swearing. And then as soon as they delay the game, everyone's like, "Yo, where's the game? We're you know what I'm saying?" I don't know, man. People, you just can't satisfy people.
My response to that, it's a lot of the outrage that we see sometimes in concerning video game releases. A lot of it is artificial. It's a few voices that somehow is blown up to be bigger than what it is. That's
Right.
just my take. Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Oh, so Tony's actually bringing some light to this entire situation. So he's saying, the one-leg Torii gate is a representation of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They made a toy posing on it. It's like making a new toy about America, Assassin's Creed, of them posing on the Twin Towers. I'm not. I need to look more into that, Tony. But thank you for bringing that to our attention. I'll definitely check it out.
But you do get what he's saying, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So it was considered disrespectful, pretty much.
I mean,
Yeah. So I don't know if that was the reason why they pushed back the game. I really feel it may be a combination of both, but they felt the need to like kind of throw Star Wars under the bus in that regard to say, listen, this was just a response to how Star Wars performed. Now, and
Gotcha.
going back to what I said, I think Star Wars was a good game. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't like over the top. It was just a good game. And if you were a Star Wars fan, I would urge you guys to check it out because you would
Gotcha.
probably enjoy the game.
I think,
Question.
No, Jay, you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna segue a little bit. So if you have a point in response to Cash,
I was just gonna say, I think Ubisoft is like the boyfriend in a relationship, and the girlfriend has just gotten. She knows what to expect from him.
Mhm.
So now when he does, the bad boyfriend behavior,
Mhm.
it's like you knew it was coming. You wanted to give it a second chance, but why did I buy this game?
Right.
So
gotcha.
I think people are just getting sick of their relationship with Ubisoft.
I
Yeah.
think that's it.
But no, I think
question-
this year they kind of almost saved themselves this year because they had the Prince of Persia game that came out that people actually like. X Defiant, even though it's like it's still kind of a little controversial, I guess if you want to say, for lack of a better term, but people still love the potential of what X Defiant could have been. And then there was other games that they were working on as well, but I don't know. I don't
stand
think
by
they
it.
stuck the landing. I don't think they stuck the landing for the end of the year.
True. Question for the chat though. How do you guys feel? Because we've seen this happen so many times. How do you guys feel about games being delayed? Ooh, my lights just went crazy. Let me turn. What happened there?
Good Lord, what just
Okay,
happened?
you saw that?
Yeah, that whole solar
I
flare
can't
shit, bro.
see now. Krillin
Yeah.
got in my room. Krillin got in my. All right, back to the question.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about games being delayed to ensure that the games are fully ready for release? We've seen this happen with a lot of games, and we have also seen the reverse where games are released when they're not ready, and we see the backlash there. So, chat, let it ring. How do you guys feel about games being delayed so they can be ready?
Cash, you have any points about this?
Yeah.
How do you feel about games being delayed? If I feel like, me personally, if I feel like when games get delayed, yes, it kind of puts a damper on the situation. But for me, I would usually be hopeful that they did that on purpose because they want to have the best product out when it gets released. Right? Now, if your game gets delayed and then you still drop a shit product, then I get pissed because then what was the delay for? Are you telling me that the delay was even worse prior? Like the game was that shit prior for you to delay it even more to then drop even like a better version of that shit? You know what I'm saying? Am I making sense?
Yeah,
So
you're
that's where
making sense,
my
Cash. I think it does present a very interesting scenario for developers because one, it can send a message to the audience or fans that they really care about this project and they want to do it good, get it right. But just as N2 said, we've seen games that are delayed that are still trash, and that kind of creates a double down situation negatively.
Right.
Yeah.
So the example that comes to my mind is Street Fighter V. If you hear people talk about Street Fighter V, they'll tell you the game at the end of its life cycle was a good game, right? Which means the version that I have right now apparently is a good game. But Street Fighter V released as an incomplete game. And I think the amount of time it took to get Street Fighter V from feeling like an incomplete game to a good game was so long that it ruined Street Fighter V for a lot of people. And Street Fighter is a well-renowned franchise.
Right.
You know? So I think if you don't have a complete game, you have to delay it. It's not even your choice. And if you try to make that liberty and you don't delay it, and you don't charge half price like they did with Pal World, then you're not going to get a good response from your audience.
Right.
Yeah, I love that quote. Tony T says, quote from Gavin Newell, CEO of Valve. Late is just for a little while. Suck is forever. That is freaking hilarious.
Nail on the head.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, I think we've seen it happen on both ends though of the spectrum. The game gets delayed, it comes out, it sucks. Game gets delayed, it comes out, and it's actually pretty good. Like they can justify why it got delayed, right?
Right.
I don't know, bro.
Cash. I've also seen games got released, and they suck, but improved over time with patches.
Perfect example, Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah.
Not only Cyberpunk, what's it called? That space game. I can't remember the name right now.
Dead Space?
Not Dead Space. There's this
Dead Space was the name that came to my mind too, but I knew it wasn't
new
Star something. Star.
Was it
Star
No.
Citizen? No.
Yeah.
No, there's damn, it's like an exploration game. I can't
It
remember
is. I know
right
what you're
now.
talking about.
Yeah,
No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky. There we go.
Yes.
When No Man's Sky dropped, bro, that game was rough. And if you compare No Man's Sky to its first release to where it is now, bro, totally different game.
Thank you, chat. Everybody in the chat was like, let's help these guys out.
Right. Appreciate
our
y'all,
podcasts
bro.
are more like an open discussion.
Yeah.
Yes. Tonight's definitely an open discussion because the chat is getting active tonight. I love it. But yeah, there's a lot of games that's like that though. Like again, going back to Cyberpunk, I feel like Cyberpunk kind of ruined that for me though when it first released, because the reason why I didn't go back into Cyberpunk like right away was because of all the bugs. I was like, man, I don't want to play this game.
You know what's
now
crazy,
I'm playing
Cash?
the game and I'm really enjoying it. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I experienced 0 bugs and I got the game on release. I pre-ordered the game.
Oh, really?
You were one of the lucky ones.
Yeah.
I finished the story and everything.
Were you playing on console or PC?
PC.
I think so. A lot of the issues were mostly on console though.
Gotcha.
No, I heard it was bad on PC as well, but I assume he has a high-end PC, and I think a lot of the issue was that you needed to have a high-end PC, otherwise you were getting a really buggy game.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the game wasn't properly optimized, and then there was a bunch of other bugs.
The game looks amazing though.
The game does look amazing. Of course, the game looks amazing to Heartless, because the only time Heartless really saw the game was that little snippet of me playing the game. And I'm not going to tell you what was in that particular playthrough, but yeah, Heartless. And he was like, wait a minute. Y'all remember that, Jay?
Is that the part that you spent a little too long on?
No, yes, I guess you could say that, but it wasn't by choice.
Bello got caught in that trap too. I was like,
yeah.
Bello, are you going to finish making your character?
Hey, yo, what?
Like,
no way.
Bello spent an hour making his character.
Jay, were you the one who said, Bello said, it looks so real. I was like, bro, what are you talking about right now, bro?
All right, my camera went out of focus. Hold on.
Yeah, I saw that.
We lost them.
And you know what the crazy thing about February is, guys? So again, Assassin's Creed Shadows will be released in February. And February is a very stacked month. So now I'm wondering if they're going to even delay the game even further. Because now let's look at the list of games that are going to be coming out in February, right? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Civilization 7, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Avowed. Avowed is another highly anticipated game from Xbox. All right? Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out in that month.
For that one, yeah.
Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii is also another game releasing that month.
What the hell is that title?
They have competition that month, bro. And I really feel like most people are probably just going to pick one game for that month. What do you think? Which game do you think people are gonna pick? I think this should
Easy.
also be our question of the week. What
Easy.
games are you picking up for February?
Easy.
What is it? It's
Monster
Monster
Hunter
Hunter.
was like there's
Monster
no
Hunter.
contest. No
Monster
contest.
Monster
Hunter.
Hunter, bro. So it's like it's a look. Even the chat's going off. Monster
Right.
Hunter.
Like why Civilization? I didn't even know they were still making Civilization. Like
Bro, it's on 7, bro.
sheesh. I
It's on
played
7.
Civilization 5 and that was it. When I had a little not RTS, what do you call those?
Mm-hmm.
Strategy. I had a little strategy itch I needed to scratch.
Right. All right, so this is a little like related topic to this whole Ubisoft situation. Major change could be coming to Ubisoft sooner rather than later, according to a new report from Bloomberg. The founders of Ubisoft, the Guillemot family, are considering a buyout from Tencent. The discussion comes after what's been the most tumultuous year in the company's history. Ubisoft has seen its share of falls to 11-year lows. Games like Star Wars Outlaws have suggested to sell, and its biggest franchise, Assassin's Creed, has seen its next game delayed into 2025. The Chinese tech company and the Gamma Family Limited have been speaking with advisors to help explore ways to stabilize Ubisoft and bolster its value. The Bloomberg report states it said that one of the options on the table would be to involve taking the company private. That said, talks are at an early stage, with no certainty that an agreement will have reached. Give me a second. I just dropped my goddamn controller. I caught it though. You know what's funny? My controller fell off the table and I caught it just before it hit the ground, like in my hand. That's
Okay,
crazy.
Spider-Man.
I'm saying though, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know, bro. I guess we just have to stay posted on this whole thing because Tencent already owns 10% of Ubisoft. So how much more are they gonna acquire? Is what I'm saying. And also, if they're considering making a company going back private,
Yeah.
I wonder what that does. Like, somebody fill me in the chat or otherwise. You can at me at my Twitter page and kind of explain to me what you think going private will solve for the company.
hmm I do. One thing I do know though, Chinese devs go crazy. The
Going
games,
private,
Yeah.
the
going
games that
private
they
will
release. Yeah.
accomplish one thing at least. Okay.
What's that? What's that?
When you go private, your
Mhm.
goals change. Of course, the goal is always to make money, but you're
Mhm.
now not answering. You don't have devs answering to shareholders now.
That's true.
You don't. You don't. You if we said what Tencent already owned
Mhm.
10% of
Ubis
Ubisoft, right?
Right.
When Ubisoft goes to make games and the Ubisoft upper level executives they go to instruct their devs on how to make games and what they want to include in games and all the messaging behind the games and all this, right? Who do you think
Mhm.
the upper level executives answer to? The
Uh,
shareholders with enough shares to sit at the board meetings.
oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what that you got to go to a table of people who have no involvement in your game. You know, and
Yeah,
sometimes those people don't understand games like you do.
that's true.
We say Tencent is involved in a lot of games, right?
Right.
They maybe could understand a lot of games. They could understand mobile games. They could understand, let's say, like first-person shooters, this and that, right? But
Mhm.
they're a conglomerate. Who's to say they're a professional at everything they do? It's not like they're like FromSoft, who have a very particular skill set and they're masters at it. No, they're a conglomerate, right?
Right.
So Tencent sometimes could not have the right ideas or even the best interest at heart for Ubisoft. And the
Yeah, because
decision that gets made,
their
and
bottom line is profit.
the bottom line is profit for
Mhm.
your shareholders. Therefore, people who don't have level of expertise per se, and I'm not saying this is true about Tencent, but that's how you get bad management in companies that were previously being managed properly and then went public. You
Right.
know?
Yeah, that's facts.
Yo, Hams is talking. You guys are always like, yo, why don't you play Prince of Persia? I'm like, yo, because the guy moves from left to right to left to.
I don't want to hear that. You
Yeah,
still haven't played Prince of Persia just yet.
I know. I watched you play last night. It's a lot more complicated than that.
Yes. No, trust me, Heartless. I really want you to play, especially Prince Lost Crown. I want you to play Lost Crown. Lost Crown is a lot of fun.
Yo,
It's
get me that
very
Steam
challenging.
account. Oh, is it not just Steam?
No, it's not Steam. It's the Ubisoft account. You're
Get me
gonna
on
have
your
to
Ubisoft
download.
account.
Yeah, I just send you the code. You just sign
Send
in
me the
and play it.
code.
And then, but you're gonna have to play it, bro. You're gonna have to play it on the KXI network.
I'm back.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to convince Heartless to play Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown on because he said the
He
game was
doesn't like
trash.
platformers.
You know,
Is
he
that
doesn't
it?
like platformers. He called
I hate
platformers trash.
I hate to divert, but
Mhm.
the KXI network is a great way for all of us to play games that are not our main games. So, like, if you have a game on your channel that you are known for playing, and you notice you lose a lot of your viewership when you don't play that game, bring that game to the KXI network, stream it there.
Which brings me to that question, right? So this is something we've been talking about behind the scenes chat, and I want you guys to tell me if you guys like this idea. We have this new show that we're working on called Playcast Live, where we will play games that we won't usually stream on our streams. But if you guys come to Playcast Live and you like those games, right? We can finish those games on our main channel. So, for instance, Heartless is going to be playing Prince of Persia, which he needs to play Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. He's going to play Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown on his channel, on the KXI network. And then if you guys like his playthrough, he can finish it. He can continue on his main channel, because the idea is we're starting on that channel, but that we need to have that same slot open for somebody else who wants to try a new game the following week. So he can continue playing on his other channel. You know what I mean?
So is this just new games or games?
New games are just games you want to try, like experiment with.
Got it.
No Leisure Suit Larry J.
Cash, call to action time.
Yeah, it's called the Action Challenge, which brings us to that as well. Heartless, go ahead. Take it away.
Chat, listen up. Cash and the KXI team and me, of course, we are constantly working to level up what we do. We firmly believe that if we keep doing what we're doing and we don't level up day by day, then we're never gonna be none. So we're always developing, we're always building, we're always trying to come up with ways to make this really great content for you. So what we came up with was the KXI network. It is our way. I just read the private chat.
Sorry.
Anyways, we came up with the KXI network, and the KXI network is our way of getting a lot of content to you guys, getting the team content to you guys. Soon, you're going to be seeing this podcast as well as Fight Night Friday migrate over to the KXI network. We already have our new shows, two of them. Street Smarts, which is a show where all we don't really play much Street Fighter on the show. We just discuss Street Fighter. We look at VODs, tech. We analyze stuff. We learn about the game. It's good for information's sake. That is our Street Smart show. And Jay down there, he actually runs a whole ass game show.
Yeah, bro, that's funny. It's funny
The
as
man
hell,
pretty
too, bro.
much developed a whole game show, and he is like-minded. He wants to optimize week after week after week. So that happens Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and it's a 4-man game show. So if you're interested in Guilty Gear, and you play Guilty Gear and you want to be on a game show, find us at the KXI Network Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's a good time. We put the link in the chat. Please, if you enjoy what we're doing, click that follow. And
you don't have to be a pro level player either.
It's not about being a pro. This game
not,
is
not
about being a pro.
No.
Don't let them lie to you.
No, your muscle memory will be challenged.
It's about your muscle memory.
Yep.
Jay, do you think we should explain the game right now, or we should just?
Yeah, I think you can just for a quick bit.
Just a quick bit. Go ahead.
Want to give it to him, Jay?
Oh, sure. So essentially, we're putting these 4 players on trial for Guilty Gear, right? there are charges, and charges are simply game mechanics that are forbidden during your match. Right now, if you use any one of these mechanics, then you are charged, and therefore you lose points. Right now, if a player's innocence points gets to 0, they are eliminated for that round, and we'll have 2 rounds leading up to a final match with 3 charges, right? And essentially, that's how the game show works, right? And again, if you are curious, you want to try it out, just pull up Saturday 8 p.m. Eastern time and check it out. Even if you're a casual Guilty Gear player, even if you're a pro, right? The mechanics that we've developed, I think, opens up the door for everybody to have fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
I do love that. Also, it's hot, bro. We're in the month of Halloween, bro. We need to start playing some horror games. We got to get some spooky games going, bro.
Yeah, Cash knows I'm not a horror game fan, but listen,
no, but we could,
for the culture, for the culture.
Exactly. There's the Demonologist that I really want us to try. It's like I think it's like a 4 to 6 player game, but it's like you guys are ghost hunters. We're ghost hunters essentially, and trying to.
Ham says now I'm curious. Ham, there we go.
So listen, Ham, pull up.
Wait,
Trust me, Ham.
Jay's not into horror games. That's
right prime for content.
Recipe.
That's prime content, bro.
The great content.
Yeah,
I'll do it for the culture.
Yes,
Bello
isn't either, so that's even better.
So here's the catch: you guys have to take care of my medical bills for my heart. That's it. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Mikey?
Listen, there are games that we could definitely try. We're gonna try those. We can off stream. We can figure out what horror games we could play, like co-op horror games that we could play on the KXI network. It doesn't even have to be we could be on the KXI network, but also be on our channels at the same time, just to kind of like,
I'm gonna plug it right here though. Since you mentioned, please, if you're not, obviously go follow the KXI network, but also go follow the Heartless_99. Go follow your boy Jolty J, JOLTEJAY. Right. And of course, Cash Crow, you're here. Make sure you're following if you're not.
Right. Please.
Yeah.
We're trying to get better at this, guys. And listen, we're getting better at pushing out content for y'all. You know what I mean? So just give it a shot. What you got to lose? Nothing. They
need to make a battle royale horror game. Where?
How would that work?
So listen.
There's one.
Hold on. So listen.
Yeah. I'll tell you after. Yeah.
The game starts off abandoned bus, right? There's like 30 of y'all, right? And it's like a real deal story game. It's like a whole story mode and it involves everybody, right? And the whole point is to get to the end of the story. And if you die, then you don't get to continue the story with the rest of everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Is that battle royale though? Or
nah, it's not battle royale.
That's extraction.
It's
more extraction.
Yeah. It's people die on their way out. But I'm talking about like a full 20-hour game that starts.
Mine is different. People. My idea. No, mine is different. We build off the back of yours. But what we do is find a way to like sacrifice each player to whoever is hunting them.
That's crazy. The man said we're gonna play the Among Us horror game.
We gotta live, bro.
Betrayal.
We gotta live, bro. What are you talking about?
Imagine a game in which you're forced to make decisions about who you're gonna sacrifice in order to survive.
Bro.
That's a great idea.
They're actually stupid.
That's a great idea. I was gonna say, Heartless. There is I don't know if it counts really as horror, but there is Vampire the Masquerade, which is a VR shooter.
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah, it's a very, very interesting game. I played it for a little, never really liked it, but it does have a player base.
Yeah, it does. I played it for a little bit, but not for too long. I had it for the PlayStation 5 at one point. Yo, Danny says, watching Bello play Need for Speed is scary enough. I'm done, bro. I'm done, bro.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, Bello's down. He said he's down for some scary games. So, guys, listen.
Let's do it.
We're going to prep something for this week. We're going to decide what game it's going to be, and we're going to let you guys know. So make sure you're following us on Twitter as well to get that notification. Or you're a part of the Discord, !KXI in the chat for you to pull up. But anyways, getting back to the show. We've been on this tangent for way too long. Let's get into it. And now we're at the gamer reactual section. Now, in this section, what we do is, wait a minute. I noticed the shortcut didn't come up. Give me a second. Oh, I see why. Pinksy, try that again, please. All right. So in today's gamer reaction, like I said, gamer reaction is where we react to like the general news of the industry. And if there's like a topical question that we can ask, I will ask that question and I will extend it to our viewers and our guests. And you guys can like give your points of view on the situation. And in today's topic, we're talking about is Nintendo untouchable? Can they stay out of the console war? Now, I say I'm not even gonna share my part, but let's look at these notes, right? Ever since beating Sega, Nintendo hasn't really been a part of the console wars. Well, I'd argue that they were during like the GameCube era, and right,
64 era
yeah,
as well with PS1.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they were definitely a part of the console war during that time. I think they kind of left the console war around the Wii U.
Yeah.
I'd say that's when they left the console war, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they've been kind of like focused on their niche. And their niche right
Handheld.
now is just like the hybrid. I think it's more hybrid. It's like
True.
handheld into like bringing it in the home. So I think that's where they are. And I don't think they want to leave that niche because they're now seen as a companion to other consoles or other gaming equipment, if you will. Like with a PC, like I said, I've said this multiple times on the show. If you have a PC, if you're a PC gamer, you might still consider getting a Switch because you can't play Switch games anywhere else.
Yeah.
With Xbox and PlayStation, they all eventually come to PC. That's one. Nintendo's one console that I know you won't be getting their games on Steam anytime soon. I'm sorry, not gonna happen. So
as much as I cry about it, yeah.
So I'll extend that to you guys. Do you guys think Nintendo is untouchable in terms of the console war? Jay, let's start with you.
Unfortunately, yes, they are untouchable.
Yeah?
They have not failed, and they've been doing Nintendo since as you said, the Wii U. The Switch did really well, and then the only thing that I think has been like negative about Nintendo is their devices are not really powerful, and so there's oftentimes like quality issues, optimization issues with their games, but they still sell like hot bread nonetheless. So I feel like the Nintendo fan base is just that big and just that devoted that they don't have anything to worry about. They have no need to compete with Sony or.
Here's the thing with Nintendo as well. I don't think that they're trying to make powerful consoles because they know people don't buy the consoles for the console per se. They buy them for the games, the specific the IPs.
Cash, I think that has to change with the level of games that we're talking about nowadays, like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it's getting more sophisticated. You're right.
Exactly, it's getting more sophisticated, and that's why I think the Switch 2 is a thing, because they want to ensure that their titles can, people can enjoy and experience their titles, in the same way you would with a PlayStation or PC.
Yeah, because I heard that the Switch struggles to run Breath of the Wild.
The Switch
not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Sorry.
Can I add too? The Switch struggles to run a lot of games, especially with now porting being a big thing. A lot of games are ported to the Switch, and it doesn't even make sense. You play them; they just don't work. So, and even IPs like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet ran horribly. Sword and Shield ran horribly. You know what I mean? And so I think
you thought Sword and Shield ran horribly.
Yeah. Have you gone into the wild area?
I have over 150 hours on Sword and Shield.
Me too, but that's the thing. Even as horrible as their games run, people are gonna buy and play them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no, for
But
sure, for
if you
sure.
played Pokemon Sword and Shield and you went into the wild area, there's crazy pop-ins, there's horrible
Yeah,
frame
I saw that.
drops.
I experienced that because I have Sword and Shield as well.
Yeah, horrible frame
Yeah.
drops. The only time the game feels right is when you're battling, and that is a different. It's a very limited
But
3D
that's what it's all
environment,
about, though.
right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But people do want to experience the open world nature of the new direction Pokemon is going
We got to
in a
do
way
two v
that
two.
feels satisfying. Yeah, we gotta. Yeah,
We
I'll
got
cook
to.
you for sure, but yeah,
No, you will. But I'd be excited to learn about the inner workings of it.
of course, I'll
Mm-hmm.
be happy to teach you. Yeah. Um,
But
yeah,
yeah,
so that's my take, Cash. I think they won't even consider entering this war because what they've got going is going pretty well. They'll just continue to optimize their system. Yeah,
their ecosystem. Yeah,
yeah.
I can see that.
Mhm.
So this is a quote coming from Shigeru Miyamoto. It says, I hope that they will see it and understand Nintendo. I hope that they will understand in the way and not involve Nintendo in the game war, quote unquote. That is said to be able high specs how to improve the performance of the game console. So I guess that's his way to say, like, listen, we're not try please don't try to like compare us to any other platforms. We're not trying to compete with them. We're just trying to, like Jay said, just like stay in our lane, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's definitely been working for them for sure.
If they ain't broke,
Don't fix it, bro. Heartless thoughts, final thoughts.
You got it. You guys said everything you can say on that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much that for Reactual. I want to hear what the chat has to say. You guys, again, if you guys want to respond to that, go comment on the video on YouTube, or you can share your thoughts here in the chat, in the live chat, or again
Ham
at us, at
Ham
any one of
said
us. Hmm?
Ham said Nintendo left the console arms race with the Wii
Yo,
and went off
Nintendo
on
will be
their
the
own
last
direction.
console standing.
I think so. I can see that.
They'll
Like,
be the
yeah,
last
well,
because it'll be the nicheness of this.
hmm
Yeah.
yeah. Like I said, I think that their IPs is what sell their consoles. So it really does sell their consoles. Like with PlayStation and Xbox, that people consider buying those consoles because of more about where their friends are,
hmm
right? That's why a lot of people buy console. It determines it's really based on one, where their library is, and two, where their friends are.
Yeah.
And
And,
those are two of the biggest considerations in order for people to buy their consoles.
mhm. And
So
I honestly, handheld is still my favorite way to experience some games. Like
yeah,
just having the,
true.
you know,
I can see
yeah,
that.
hmm
I do
All right.
like I do love the dock. I do love the dock.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the doc too. All right, so guys, let's switch things up. We're gonna move over to our speed run and rumor mill section. I need to get those jingles, guys. We need to work on those jingles off stream, Heartless. We can talk about that at some point. But we need to have jingles to separate each one of our sections. You know what I mean? I really do think that will elevate the show. Sorry, guys. Sorry to talk shop on the stream, but you guys, we gotta do it sometimes. But yeah, Heartless. What are the let's talk about the gamer actuals.
You got it. You got it. I got them right here. So the first one I'm seeing right now is From Software announces 11.8% base salary increase to ensure rewarding work environment. That is lit. Anyone got anything to say about that?
No.
That's how companies should be doing things, guys. When you're putting out great work and you don't reward them, it almost makes them think, why am I putting out great work at all?
Bro,
Anyways, future Sonic games will still come out on last gen consoles. That's what's up. That's what's up. As long as I can get them on Steam, I'm happy. Switch emulator. Ryujinx has been taken down after Nintendo contacted its lead developer. Was this the story where they were offered money?
I am not sure. Let's double check
Wow.
that real
You
quick.
can look into it right now.
I heard Nintendo. I read a story last week. Nintendo's lawyer walks into room and offers the owner of some project money to shut
All
down
right,
their
so
project.
All right, so this I have an article from VGC right now. Switch emulator Ryujinx has been taken down after Nintendo contacted its lead developer. Let's look what it says. Another popular Switch emulator has been taken down following pressure from Nintendo, as reported on X by Oatmeal Dome. The emulator Ryujinx, an open source emulator, promises excellent accuracy and performance, a using friendly interface and a user friendly interface and a consistent build. Wait a minute, but it's open source, which means it was free. And they took them down still? That's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're notorious for that though. Nintendo they're very cutthroat when it comes to stuff like that, right? It has been shut down by its lead developer. A message posted on the emulator Discord server by developer Rip Rippy. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Explained that the lead developer Godchen was approached by Nintendo and took the emulator down shortly after this, removing a download link and a GitHub repository hosting the emulator. Yesterday, GD Chen, I hope I say, I don't know if I'm saying that. GDK Chen, there we go, was contacted by Nintendo and offered an agreement to stop working on the project, removing the organization and all related assets he's in control of. So yeah, it's this might probably be what you were talking about, Heartless, because it says offered an agreement to stop working on the project. So
Yep. This is it. That's it.
I think that's what it is. Yeah. While awaiting confirmation whether he would take this agreement, the organization has been removed. So I think it's safe to say that what the outcome is, rather than leave you with only panic and speculation, I decide to write this short message to give some closure. So the message is actually also on Twitter. I guess I could pull it up if you guys want to. But it's a long note.
This is actually interesting that Nintendo would even offer money.
I'm saying, but it's open source. I'm like I said, I thought like if you're not making money off something that's open source, that's
why they offered them money.
Oh, they offered instead of suing because they wouldn't have won because they didn't make any money off of it.
Came to an agreement.
Yeah.
It must have been a really nice agreement.
Probably been a handsome ass check. I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. But that's another emulator, and apparently it's a very good emulator as well. So
damn, and they got shut down.
I've seen
Wait, so if you already have it installed though, it'll still run, right?
Yeah, you can still run. It's fine because it's not. I don't think it's connected to the internet. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. But you're not getting any more patch support for it though.
Yeah, I've seen one. I've seen one that runs Breath of the Wild at 120.
Offered money or a job, Hamad says. I am not sure. It just says offered them.
There was offered money, I read.
Yeah, Nintendo and offered an agreement to stop. Yeah, I think they just offered them money. I don't think they offered them a job. Or are you saying that's what they offered them in efforts to have them stop working on it? I mean, it could go either or, I think. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But yeah. All right, let's go ahead. What else do we got in the
next up? Y'all ready for this? Next up on the list, Halo Infinite is getting a third-person mode. I don't know if anyone cares about that game anymore. And Masahiro Sakurai will post his final regular YouTube video later this month. Isn't that the Smash Bros. Director?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah,
it is actually.
You know what game I wish had a third person view?
Which game?
Overwatch.
Yeah,
I think Overwatch would be a dope.
I don't know. I can't agree with that.
No, because I want to see my characters.
I mean, I understand
that. You see your characters after you die. Like if you're in spectator mode, you see them.
It would definitely increase skin sales.
Yes, it would.
I mean, see, yeah, No Soul's right. It would break the game.
You think so?
Yeah, it wouldn't work. I don't think.
Unless they would have to make a mode specifically for that.
There is third-person modes. I think.
There is. I've never seen
it. Yeah, Overwatch allows people to make custom modes however they want.
then I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna
Yeah,
make one.
Apex Legends had a similar.
Yeah, I'm gonna
situation.
make a team deathmatch third-person view.
Okay.
I like that idea.
Yeah, no.
It could
So
be cool.
the third person Apex mode, I don't think it was that successful. Yeah.
No. All right. So yeah, that was
Cool
pretty
idea
much
though.
it for tonight, guys.
Any final
Um.
thoughts?
mhm.
Any final thoughts? What was the most interesting topic of the night?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. What are your
Good
thoughts?
question.
I always think it's
Isometric view would
Xbox's
be crazy, Tony.
decisions.
Huh?
I think it's Xbox's decisions. I'm always concerned about like the future.
Hmm.
So to see a company like Xbox make the decisions they make, and then
Hmm.
try to see if that aligns with my theory. So and whenever we get news from Microsoft is interesting time for me.
Me too. I think so too. But one of the other the big question that stood out for me was the whole February release because Assassin's Creed got pushed to February, and there's so many like stacked games coming out that month. I think a good question would be to ask would be like, what games are you picking up
I think
for
that's a great
February?
question. We already had people answering it in
Yeah.
the.
So
Mhm.
guys, please go over to let's pull up the question from last week. I don't even remember what it was. I'm getting old man brain. Shout out to Bello Legends. Um, let me go over here. Oh wow.
Yo, Ham, thank you for agreeing with me. By the way, do we all have the color pink in our rooms for the pink? Is that what
I
we're
think
doing
we
here?
kind of do. I think we kind of
It,
do, but
it
it
was
wasn't.
unplanned.
It
It
was
wasn't
unplanned.
planned. It wasn't
This has
planned.
It wasn't
always
planned.
been my setup.
So first and foremost, shout outs to our 4 viewers on YouTube. Like that's a big deal. I feel
It's
like
actually a
it's
big
now
deal.
the third week we've had 4 viewers in on YouTube just hanging out. And Tony, you're repping the YouTube section hard right now. Shout outs to you. Phil Spencer going around telling we made some bad decision. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it was all the tangential conversations we had.
Yeah,
That's what it's
we've
all
had
about, if
some
you
good
ask me.
Pretty fun. Yep.
yeah. I mean, this is what a podcast is, bro. It's a bunch of conversation, but
Yep.
we just have topics to guide the conversation, really. Is really what it is.
True. True.
Yeah, I mean. So let's check this out. So last week we asked this question:
We got
which
9
game
votes.
series deserves a remaster, bro? You saw what got that, bro? I'm so happy. I am so happy.
Let's
I
see.
am
What?
so
Yo,
happy.
these polls are getting mad fun.
Yo, I am so happy, bro. Yo, we
Mhm.
got 9 votes, by the way.
That's crazy.
We have comments too. Let's go check out the comments.
I was definitely team Sly Cooper. I'm disappointed.
Yeah. All right. So shout outs to Reaper. Reaper said so many to choose from that haven't been that I haven't seen in a long time. Quake 1 from 1996, Battle Arena. I don't even know that one.
Y'all did
Hexen,
not vote God of War.
Comic Zone was I remember Comic Zone.
Yeah.
Comic Zone and Fighting Force was also a dope one as well. I could keep going. Shout outs to Reaper. Need for Speed is a no-brainer. Shout outs to Pinksy Gaming for that one as well. But
Did
yeah,
nobody
bro.
pick God of War?
Nobody
Are
people
they
pick
are
out of
they
where it's
are they
11%.
high?
It's 11% though. But I
It's true.
guess
We got well. It is the lowest. If you look at
I
it.
picked it.
yeah, it is. You picked it?
I picked it.
Yeah. I picked Need for Speed.
I was hoping to see Pokemon Stadium on there. At least.
Oh, we didn't get to add that.
Pokemon Stadium doesn't need a remaster though.
What you mean? Gale of Darkness? What you mean?
Mhm.
It's just me though. I'm a Pokemon nerd, so
No, I know. It's just the game is about it's turn based. So
Mhm.
like the classic Pokemon Stadium is still a fully playable game, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tony said I voted Sly Cooper. This generation doesn't have any idea what that game is.
I mean, that's true.
True. True.
I never thought about that. Yeah.
True. But yeah. So the question this week is what games are you picking up for February 2025? I know it's a ways away, but I think because the list is so stacked, it's a good question for this week. What are no, you know what? Yeah, what games? Because I was gonna say, does Assassin's Creed stand a chance in February? But I think that's too broad. What
Hmm.
games
It's
are
too
you
close ended. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't get to talk about individual games like we do they with this one.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. In February 2023. I know I put it all caps, but my bad. I'll fix that later. Um, Texts. Let's do all five. So one is Kingdom Come Deliverance. Did I put the date?
Civilization.
Oh boy.
Uh, I don't even know if I'm putting Civilization, to be honest. Nobody's gonna vote for it.
You never know.
All right, all right. What's that game? Dragon Age. Dragon Age. It's coming out,
Is
isn't
it
it?
February? Is it
No,
February?
it's coming out in next month. That Dragon Age game's coming out next month. Avowed, Monster Hunter, and Like a Dragon.
I just realized I played the old Kingdom Come.
Oh, really? Kingdom Come Deliverance?
No, the old one. I don't remember what the subtitle was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
Yep.
those are the games, guys. Please go vote. And like again, I want to
Drop the link in
really
chat,
express it.
please.
Yes, I also want to really express this to you guys. We really appreciate the support. You guys don't know how big that is for us right now, bro. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
To know that you guys like tune in every week and look forward to the
Absolutely.
show.
Big facts.
Where is it?
Appreciate y'all.
Did I not vote? Wait a minute. Did I not make the? I made it,
Did you
right?
not hit the post button?
I did.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh, there it is. I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm gonna vote right now.
Yeah, I made it.
I'm putting my vote in right now.
Oh,
That's it, guys. Go vote.
I just realized they finally changed. This probably was a while ago, but they finally changed the URL for X. It's now x.com. It was still twitter.com for a while.
I voted for a random indie game made by one guy. What game is that? I appreciate it, Ham. Appreciate that vote. Veilguard. There we go. That's what it was called. Veilguard. Dragon Age Veilguard. I don't know. I'm not really sold on the game just yet, but I was excited the first time I saw it, but I don't know how I feel yet just yet about the game. But it still has my interest. Does that make sense? It's like I'm not as excited from when I first saw it. I
I'm
don't
going
know
to
why.
vote for my phone too on another account.
You're cheating.
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. You know,
Come on.
you gotta do what you gotta do. And now that we got the link to the vote, if you're not already subscribed to the Gamer Actual Podcast YouTube channel, please do us a favor and click that button.
Please go follow. Any predictions on Game of the Year? We did a Game of the Year roulette. You know what? We should have done that with Jay tonight, Heartless. We should have done the Game of the Year roulette.
We should have.
Should have. But I don't think we have much time. I don't want to. I know Jay has to
Just
go.
we can save it for next week. We already
We can
did
save
it
it
like
for next
last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Mhm.
My
Helldivers
Game of the
2,
Year
Black
prediction
Myth
is
Wukong.
Black Myth Wukong.
I think it got snubbed this year. I don't think it got voted. I think they just recently made the official list, if I'm not mistaken.
The
Game
official
of
list.
the Year list 2024.
It's only giving me one vote. No matter.
Oh, this is just for the golden joystick. Never mind.
It only gives me one vote between both of these accounts.
Yeah, it only will.
That's crazy.
So the front runners for the Game Awards is never mind. Black Myth Wukong is actually on the list. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Animal Well, Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. I told you that game was gonna be on the list. Astrobot, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Those are the front runners currently.
Ham, thank you for the vote. And we got
Yeah, we appreciate
16
y'all.
people in here watching us talk about video games.
Yeah, we have 16 people, but in total we have like 20 people because we got 5 on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's true. And we only got 5 votes.
Guys, let's go. Go. I appreciate y'all though. But let's get the votes going.
I think this is also an easy one.
Yeah, you think this is an easier one to pick?
Yeah.
Because of thing?
Because of Wilds, yes.
Yeah, I think Pinksy showed that game in a different light for me, bro.
Yeah. Nah, that game is.
No, he was playing it yesterday.
He's playing the other one, right?
He couldn't help himself.
He was playing World, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, guys.
Thank you, Pinksy, for making some progress for me in that game.
But yeah, guys. That's pretty much it for tonight's episode. Tonight was really awesome. Really awesome. Some good ass conversations. And shout outs to the chat as well. You guys were very involved as well.
Yeah.
For our audio listeners, Heartless, who do you think are the dopest listeners? Do you think the dopest viewers? Is it the audio listeners? Is it the YouTube rewatchers, or is it the live chatters? Which one do you think?
I love the engagement, and I especially like when I see people commenting on YouTube and people who I don't like when I don't recognize the names and we see new faces commenting. Yeah. It really just goes to show whether our takes are good takes or bad takes, we're creating a conversation, and I think that is fun for everybody. I don't mind being wrong. I don't mind having bad guesses, bad assumptions. It's fun. I like the engagement, which is, I think, maybe the dopest viewers are the Twitch viewers live in action.
For sure.
That's the funnest to me.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for tonight. Tonight was awesome. With that said, it's been your boy Cash, Heartless, and the homie Jolty J. This has been Gamer Actual 33. But before we go, Jay, let the people know where they can find you.
Definitely. Again, it's JoltEJ, right? JolteJay. Find me on Twitch. We're revamping the YouTube. Go check me out on there as well. You can catch me at random nights in the week playing all sorts of games. Okay. And of course, can't not mention Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, Guilty as Charged. I saw some interest in the chat earlier. Guys, definitely pull up. It's going to be so much fun.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, guys.
But what's like the chat command for the link tree?
Huh?
What's the chat command for the link tree?
It's supposed to be team.
That's what I thought. It didn't pop up, though.
Populate it myself, I guess.
Okay. What were you saying? Let them know where they can find me?
Yes, please.
Y'all can find me streaming. I haven't been streaming on my main channel really because we've been getting this situated, but you guys can find me at the Heartless_99. That is my main channel. That's where I play my Street Fighter stuff. That's where I do most of my gaming in general. And y'all can find me, there's the link tree right there. Click that thing and you can find all the links to all of our stuff.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, guys, thanks again. We'll catch you guys next week. We out of here. Peace. Who are we rating out to, guys?
Who are we rating out to?
Who are we rating out to? You know what? Let's extend that to the chat. Guys, chat, who do you guys want us to rate out to? Caught the end. Yeah, Reaper. Damn, bro.
Damn, Reaper. We needed you. Right? Yo, Reaper, please listen. If you want to be a guest in the upcoming weeks, we would love to have you.
Yeah, we have some surprise guesses probably pulling up this month. So Reaper, we'd love to have you on the show. We could talk more about that off stream, but I'm kind of working on something, chat. That'd be super fun. Who do you guys want us to raid out to, chat? Let me know. I want to ask the chat, like especially one of our newer viewers, one of our newer listeners. Who would you guys like to see us raid out to?
If they don't have anybody,
Mm-hmm.
no Soul Power tonight.
I mean, you could do Power.
Are you interested in new Power, Cash?
Sure. Jay isn't. Jay thinks Power is the devil.
Count me out.
Man says, "Count me out. I'm done." Find anybody, Heartless?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Solo. He's on Solo.
Oh hell yeah! Listen, Solo supports the show so much, and that's probably why we didn't even see him tonight. It's probably because he was streaming. If he wasn't if Solo wasn't streaming, he'd be on the pod. He'd be here on the podcast.
That's actually
he'd be in the chat. So we're gonna raid out to Solo.
I met Solo at Evo, and he was just good vibes all around.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I feel like you said that. I just didn't remember.
Yeah, I met Solo and his brother Jake at Evo. They just really cool people, and they're just tremendous supporters of everything we do.
Yes, like I feel like we have so many like strong supporters in this clique we got here. Really do. So guys, we're gonna raid out to Solo. Please go give him a follow if you're not. We're gonna also give him a shout out as well. Let's give him the shout out first, so he gets the notification that he got a shout out. Yeah, I mean, and then right after the shout out is gonna get a raid. There we go. Please go give Solo a follow. Oh no.
No, this one we gotta get the music kicking in, you know.
Yeah, no, the music happens in post now.
In post. So
yeah, I put the music in post.
Oh, in post production.
Yeah, I put the music after.
Yo, look at him with the chat commands. I love it.
Shout out to Ham, bro. Pull up, join the Discord. Listen, Ham, we have a lot that happens in the Discord. Trust me when we tell you.
A lot.
We have a lot. We have shows. Listen, there's another show that we're working on, but we need funding. But it's gonna happen eventually. I mean, did it not work? Did the raid not work?
I didn't get we didn't raid out yet.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's a show that I'm very excited about. I brought it up to Heartless, brought it up to Jay, but we need funding. It's not going to be a live show though. It's going to be a pre-recorded show.
Can you say any more?
We have so many ideas. I didn't know what he was talking about.
It's going to be hot, Jay.
Yeah,
that's what I can say.
It's gonna be fire.
I know exactly
it's gonna be
which
fire.
One.
It's gonna be
fire.
Exactly fire, bro.
Fuego.
Yes. So that's something I could definitely.
Wait,
so if you guys want to support the show and all the stuff that we do before we even move on, guys, please, we have a Patreon. Go follow the Patreon. Go support the Patreon. And I promise you, every fund, anything we make on the Patreon goes directly back into the content. I promise you. We have so many ideas that we just want to just like keep them going. We want to get bigger and better at this. So go support the Patreon. That's all I said.
Yes, sir. Drop the link for the Patreon. Oh, well, it comes up on the link.
Jolty in the private chat said GoFundMe. We don't need a GoFundMe. We just gotta promote our Patreon. That's what it's for.
All right. Oh, the Patreon's not here. It's not on the link tree. It's not on the link tree.
We got the music. In the arms of an angel. I can see it right now, bro. You want to support your fellow gamers? We are gamers in need, trying to make a change. I can see it right now, bro. Sign me up. We do this.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but sign up for the Patreon and you get like shout out. You're going to be getting credit. You're getting shouted out on any content that we produce.
Yo, and we got how many now? We got 4 subscribers on the Patreon. So
4 or 5. I think we have like 5. 4. We have 5 subscribers on the Patreon.
5 subscribers. Oh, we rated out?
Yeah. Yeah, we did rate out.